Hello and welcome back. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, Paint with Gloria. Now let's get started. Hey, hi guys, we're back. Okay, today we're going to be applying the water mixable oils. As you can see, I sketched my still life, and I also did acrylic backgrounds. I did my background, which this doesn't have to be defined. I did the coconut. I did the Moonshine bottle, which is also a Pitorro. This is going to be a papaya leaf. So the fruits are going to be sitting on the papaya leaf. This is the papaya itself. This is a mango. This here in this little corner is a green pepper. This one is, I believe, is, what do you call that? Passion fruit. Yes, passion fruit. And this is the bananas. Los guineitos ananos, I think they call them. Los nanitos. And this is, I just want to give you a little short history. This is in Añasco, where my friend lives. He's also a very well-known artist in Añasco. If I don't, hopefully he doesn't mind me saying so, but his name is Toyo. And he took the still life for me when we were visiting at one time. These are all my water mixable oils that I'm going to be using today. This might be one of part 2, because I don't think you want to sit for a whole hour or an hour and a half, so I'm going to split it in 2. So it's going to be part 1 of 2, so make sure you stay tuned to part 2. So again, this is my water mixable oils. I have some browns, yellow ochres, some yellows here, and red. So I'm going to start with this, and I have it in this special palette with a little moist sponge in the bottom of my palette paper so that it can stay a little moist. I just like to have a little moisture in there going on. Okay, so enough talking and let's get started. So I'm going to start with this bright yellow, and this is going to be placed here on the papaya, because I'm going to start with the papaya. Okay, you could be generous on the paint. You don't have to apply little. You could apply as much as you want. Keep in mind that the more you apply, the heavier you apply, the longer it's going to take to dry. So I like to apply it light so that it can dry faster. Water mixable oils take a little longer, a few days. Not like acrylics. Acrylics dry up instantly. So I just want to define, because I'm going to do one fruit at a time. Okay, that should make it easier for anyone who is following or would like to follow. There you go. I don't know if you like papaya or know the shape of a papaya. I'm sure you've seen it in the supermarket. And you could see that that's the shape of it. That's one. Let's see. And as you can see, the picture, I'm keeping it on the left. And the reason I'm doing things different today is because this is a 12 by 16. So if I turn my camera landscape, you won't see the whole thing. So I have to do the portrait setup so that you can see the whole painting as I'm painting. And then because I have this space available here on this side, I decided I'm going to put the picture that I'm painting from so that you can see that as well, and you can follow. Your eye will be bouncing back and forth from what I'm doing to the picture, which is pretty cool. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of brown to the stripes, little stripes here from the papaya. It's kind of shaping it, giving that 3D effect. So I'm going to be putting some browns here. I'm also going to be adding the little greens here, because the papaya is usually green, and then when it starts ripening, it starts turning yellow. And I got a good story for you guys. So hang in there. I'm gonna do dark shadows here, which means I'm gonna add a darker yellow. What I did was I marked it here, and it'll be a good idea if you do the same thing. That way you'll know what you have in your palette. If you need some more, you know exactly what color you used. This one is the light yellow, scarlet, medium yellow, burnt umber, yellow ochre, burnt sienna. I added the sap green and ivory black because I know that I'll be needing those eventually. So you can do the same thing. So let's go start adding that medium yellow for more shadowing. So the shadow, I'm definitely going to go here. That's going to get darker, but for now it will do. One layer at a time. That's what I'm doing. One layer at a time. And if you're wondering why I'm mixing both, painting the background with acrylics and then applying the water mixable oils once the acrylic dried up, because I enjoy both. And I love the way these water mixable oils blend together. I just can't get enough of that. So again, I like to paint with both, and I like to mix them. Not mixing acrylics and oils, of course. You have to let the acrylics dry before you apply the oil. So continue to look at your painting so you know where the dark shadows are going to be and where the lights are going to be. I'm going to put a little bit more here. And again, it's going to get darker. We're just doing one layer at a time. Blend it in. You don't want to see lines. You want to blend that in. And try to shape it as you paint. See? Go with the shape of whatever it is you're doing. Don't paint in lines or going lines down or across, because you will see them in your painting. Maybe not right away, but you'll eventually see them, and you don't want to see lines. So I'm going to go a little darker, which means I'm going to be picking up just a little bit of burnt sienna here, just to kind of make it a little darker. And because this is behind the mango, you get a little darker shadows. Here it's going to get a lot darker here, but not now. Let's go ahead and continue doing here. It goes off, goes here, pick up some more. We're gonna continue shaping it. Here. I'm trying to follow my sketch. You blend that in. See if you see lines, blend it in. You don't want to see lines. A little darker here, just a bit. How much? Blend it in. Blend it in. Continue to blend in. Now I'm gonna pick up some. I'm gonna go ahead and either wash your brush in water, or you can just wipe it clean with paper towels. And this is why I have this roll of paper towels on my right. I'm going to be adding a little bit of that sap green right about, and again I'm looking at my picture here, a little bit of green. Blend it in. And if you haven't tried the water mixable oils, start with a small set and see how you like it before you buy the larger ones. But I believe that once you experience with these water mixable oils, you will either go straight into the water mixable oils, or you'll do what I do, use both. Mix it in. We want a little bit of that green in there. Bring it over. Again, I'm going based on what I'm looking at. It's a little bit here, not much, but you do see a little bit here. It's hard to tell, but you can just guess where the greens are. Okay. I will say for now this is good enough. I'll come back and play with it some more, but let me go ahead and get a little darker, which means I'm not cleaning my brush this time. I'm gonna go into the burnt umber, just a little darker, and go right here, because again, this is on the bottom and it's a little darker. And here gets a little darker in the corner. Pull it and you apply it, pull it here. Lightly on the brush as you pull so it can blend and avoid the lines. Okay, here we go. And what I'll do is later on I'll come back with a little darker, maybe adding a little bit of that ivory black, not much, just a tab, to kind of darken that. So for now I'm going to leave this one alone, and I'm going to be moving on to the mango, passion, and pepper. Even though it looks like a guayaba in the painting, but it's a green guayaba. It could be a green guayaba, or it could be a pepper, it could be anything you want it to be. So make it your own. So let's move on to the mango. This one seems really, really ripe, as well as the bananas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first layer on these and these, since they both have yellow. Actually 3. I'm going to apply the yellow on all these 3 different fruits. Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but I did put a lot of that light yellow here because I knew I was going to need them for the rest of the vegetables and the fruits. Okay, so same brush that I used on this one when I first started. I didn't clean it. I didn't wash it because I know I was going to use it. It's a filbert brush, and I would say it's almost an inch long. So let's do this. Let's put this in here. Again, shaping it. Even though the same yellow is going to be applying to this passion fruit and the bananas, I don't want to just cover the whole thing all at once. I want to keep them separate. So here we go. And the story I will be telling you concerns the Pitorro. So I'll wait to tell you that story when I'm painting the Pitorro. Almost every painting has a story behind it. Sometimes I tell it, sometimes I don't. It depends. It depends. If I'm doing the time lapse, I don't. If I'm doing the normal speed like I am doing today, yeah, I can talk. I can tell you the stories. Okay, that's one. Let's do this one. And if you're concerned about the little spaces that I'm going to leave between, don't worry about those, because when we are the dark shadows, because they're closer to the other fruits, those will be covered. So right now it doesn't have to be perfect. And I usually use my pinky finger to balance my hand so it doesn't shake, and I don't go into this one. So if you have something like this, you can practically use anything, any stick. Happen to have this one. I think this is a sewing, from a sewing kit, a knitting, I think. But anyway, you can use anything. And if you don't want to use your pinky for whatever reason, you can use this and lean your hand on it, and it will keep it steady. See, so lean, and that way you don't have to touch the oils. The oils usually get right here. So you can do that too. It's just a little tip I learned from experience, from getting paint all over my hand. Okay, so here we go, another one. And if your paints run in together, say you're using a small palette and they get together, one, say for example I'm using this one and I happen to touch this one, I wouldn't worry about it. I would just continue painting. It doesn't make a difference. See, I'm still shaping. I'm still shaping it. This is gonna be one banana. This is gonna be two bananas. Still got plenty of yellow my pinky. Gotta keep my eyes on that camera to make sure that the battery doesn't die. I'm still recording because sometimes you get so into painting that you forget to check the battery level on your camcorder, on your cell phone. Oh, you see I picked up, that's too much. You forget to check your camcorder, and then before you know it, you look up and it has stopped recording and you can't go back. Once I start painting, it's not like I can go back and erase something and say, okay, we're gonna record that again. So always check the level when you're recording, see if you're recording. See, I picked up some, just as I was telling you, I was not focused, so I picked some of my light yellow, and then I don't know why or how I ran into this, and it picked some of my burnt umber, and I'm just gonna leave it there because I'm gonna be using that for the banana anyway. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do this little one here that's hiding. It's not little, but it's hiding, so you're not gonna see much of that one. And then you have the last one, which is here. And because I kept them separated, you can see how many I have. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mango, passion fruit, and that's going to be green. Whether it's a pepper or whether it's never mind. There's so much I can do while I'm painting. I like to focus on my painting. Okay, so I did this, so we're going to jump onto this one. This one is really ripe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my brush down. I'm not going to clean it just in case I have to come back to it. But I am going to start on this one. So this one has a little bit of green on the tip here where it used to hang from the tree. So it's a little green, and then it's kind of spread out. So we're going to make sure it's spread out. Also, it has some green coming from here. So let me put that in there. It has a little bit of green here. So let me put that in there. Okay. One at a time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean my brush using the paper towel. I don't want to wash it. I just want to blend. Just want to blend. Blend here, shaping it. Shaping it here, pull out, beautiful. Okay, now it has a little brown, it could be dark green, but I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little burnt umber here. Okay. Okay, let me clean my brush a little bit. Just kind of move it around. Okay, we have a little bit of, I'm gonna say orange-like. So for this, I have to either clean my brush or pick up another one. And because I have quite a few brushes, I'm just going to go pick up another one. And I'm going to mix some of my scarlet red with my medium yellow. You saw that? That's what you want. So we're going to add it here. It's a beautiful color. Pick up a little bit more red because I want a little bit more red. That's how I like my mangoes. Really, really nice, shaped and colored. So we're going to bring it from the bottom, moving up. Again, shaping it, shaping it, shaping it. And as you shape, remember, keep your brush light. Don't press on it too hard. Here we go. It's got a little bit of red there too. And if you cover certain colors more than others, and if you don't, you can always go back and put it in. I like that. Picking up a little bit more yellow. Put it in there. Blend it in. Blend it in. Again, you can't tell, but the brush, I'm not pressing. I am doing it as if it was a feather-like stroke. Very, very light. And it's just a tap here, not much, just a tap. Here you go. So we got the red. I'm going to pick up a little bit more red here, just to kind of make it a little darker in some areas. Beautiful. Blend. You see as I'm shaping it? Shape it, shape it, shape it. A little bit here. Shape it, shape it. Okay. Put it. Okay. Let's see, what color do we need in there? Okay, I can always come back and add more. However, I'm gonna go add the black specks. So I'm going to use the same brush I used when I did the green, but I'm not cleaning it. I'm just gonna pick up some of that ivory black, and I'm going to put some here. Again, I'm shaping it. You don't have to use the black. You can also use the burnt umber because it's really, really dark as well. So we're going to put some here, some here, a little spot there. It's got spots all over the place, so that tells you how ripe this mango is. Pick up some more specks all over the place. And does it have some in the bottom? No, I don't see any on the bottom. It does have some specks around here. Just tab, tab. And you don't have to put as many as you see in the picture or any picture that you might have. Just put enough. Now I'm going to pick up some of that burnt umber just to show you that it doesn't have to be the black. See? Tab, tab. I'm tapping. Okay. And if you say, oh, I don't like that black or that burnt umber, it's okay. You don't have to put it on. You can keep it nice and ripe without all that black specks on it. I like that. So let me go back with the yellow. And so far I have used 3 brushes. And I'm keeping them and I'm not cleaning them. I might wipe them with the paper towel, but I'm not cleaning them with water. I have the red, I have the black and dark green on this one, and I have the yellow. So I don't have to keep going back and forth cleaning them. So if you have tons of brushes like I do. I got 3 jars full approximately, because I got more in the drawer. But if you have that many, feel free to use as many as you have to. You don't have to again clean brushes as much. I'm just going to add a little bit more yellow here. A little more yellow. Beautiful. Okay. And if you mix your yellow with the black, it's okay. It's just going to turn green, which is okay too. Just kind of shaping it. Okay. For now, that one is done. Now we're going to move. I would say let's move on to this one before we move on to the bananas, okay? Are you still with me? I hope so, because all these fruits are making me hungry, so I wouldn't blame you if you decided to take a break and go eat something. Just make sure you don't eat too many carbs.